Are you constantly checking in on your remote team because you don't trust that the work will get done right unless you're watching every move? If so, you're not alone, and you're definitely not the problem. The truth is, most solo and small firm lawyers were never taught how to lead a remote team, especially since they only became a thing recently due to the pandemic. But that's exactly what we're going to fix today. By the end of this video, you'll know how to manage your remote legal team confidently and efficiently without being overwhelmed or losing control. You'll be able to do this with confidence, trust, and systems that actually work, so you can stop babysitting and start leading. Because if you don't get this right, you'll stay stuck as the bottleneck in your own practice. Coming up in this video, you're going to learn how to keep your remote team accountable and productive without micromanaging, the exact systems and tools you need to streamline communication, workflows, and case management, and how to create a strong, reliable team culture, even if you never share an office. If you've been feeling overwhelmed or out of control when managing your team, this is the roadmap you've been looking for. Let's say you finally hire your first remote assistant to help lighten the load. At first, it feels like a win. You're handing off emails, drafting help, maybe even some client intake. But within a few weeks, it starts falling apart. Deadlines are missed, you're answering the same question several times, and you find yourself constantly checking in just to make sure things are getting done. Now, instead of feeling relieved, you're more stressed than before. The issue isn't the hire, it's the lack of a system. Remote work isn't just about flexibility, it's about freedom. But without the right systems, that freedom turns into frustration. That's what we're going to fix, starting right now. Here's what you need to do. First, clarifying roles and expectations from day one. Every remote team member needs a clearly defined role, documented responsibilities, and key performance indicators, or KPIs. You can do this by using a simple who does what document in a shared folder, or a task tracker in something like ClickUp, Asana, Trello, or Notion to make this visible. Everyone needs to know what they own, what they're responsible for, and how success is measured. Next, create simple, repeatable systems, your workflows. Don't reinvent the wheel every time you assign a task. Build SOPs, standard operating procedures for things like client intake, document drafting, and billing. You might even be able to enlist the help of AI through ChatGPT or Copilot or some other platform to get you started. A great way to do this is to use a tool like Loom or Tango to create a video tutorial. Record yourself doing the task once. You can also create a written training manual that provides step-by-step directions on how to do things. Then hand that off as training for your team. Done. Now let's talk about communication rhythm without micromanaging. You don't want to check in constantly, but you also don't want to disappear and hope for the best. The sweet spot is having a clear, regular rhythm. Daily check-ins, even if they're just 5-minute updates. Weekly review or planning calls. And always use a project management tool to track task status, not email or text. Microsoft Teams, Slack, or a good cloud-based case management system will get the job done. It can also provide you with an at-a-glance review of everything that's going on with your cases and what your remote team is doing. The key is having one clear source of truth, so nothing slips through the cracks. And then there's team culture and trust. Yes, it absolutely matters, even if your team's never met in person. Celebrate wins, encourage ownership, and keep your firm's mission front and center. People want to feel part of something bigger than just ticking boxes. This will motivate them to do a better job and be more detail-oriented. Also, create space for light and formal connections. A wins channel on Slack or Teams, or Friday shoutouts. It doesn't take much, but it goes a long way. And finally, track performance and give feedback consistently. You don't need to get fancy, just track a few basic things: turnaround time, responsiveness, and quality of work. These are some of the KPIs I mentioned earlier. Hold short one-on-ones regularly. Use those to give feedback and spot patterns or problems. Are they consistently late? Are they always asking the same questions? Are they completing tasks in line with the established workflows? In other words, are they carrying out the tasks properly? Or are they just crushing it? Document that stuff. It helps you grow your team and keep the right people in the right roles. Now, here's the thing. You can have the best management systems in the world, but if you don't have the right team to manage, you're still going to struggle, because remote leadership only works when you're leading the right people, doing the right work in the right roles. That's why the next step is so important. In my next video, I walk you through how to build a rockstar VA team, how to find, hire, and onboard virtual assistants that actually make your life easier, not harder. You can click here to watch it, because trust me, once you build the right team, everything you just learned here becomes 10 times more effective.